What do you think about the future of disclosure? What do you think that will be like?
Well, I think the most likely way that disclosure will occur is that some whistleblower will run off with the files and bring them to us, or some undeniable public event will occur and they'll be forced to come forward. It would take a tremendous amount of pressure on a politician. He would have to believe that if he doesn't come forth, that he's not going to be in office next year. And even that might not be enough. But they've got a vested, they've painted themselves into a corner. You can't lie and lie and lie for years and then say, okay, now I'm a great guy because I'm going to admit that I've just been lying to you, you know. So the politicians just don't want to do that.
Will you feel vindicated if the disclosure happens?
Yes, of course. You know, any sort of open public acknowledgement would vindicate me.
All right, I have nothing to say.
And what would change for you personally with disclosure, public disclosure?
Well, my lifelong campaign would really be at an end. Problem solved.
And then what for you? What's the next step?
No, I've got a lot of interests in life and goals, and this is just one of them.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being out there and being in the public eye. And what's been the hardest part about being out publicly?
The challenge from the beginning was to maintain a proper sense of myself. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to be give in to this thing that I'm some kind of a lunatic. At the same time, I don't want to give in to the idea that I'm some kind of celebrity. And you know, I'm just a normal person that experienced an extraordinary event. And you got to keep it in that kind of perspective, otherwise you can get way out of balance. I've seen some people that have had things happen and they start to get so full of themselves that they take on a ridiculous egotism that is their downfall.
Could that be why you may have been chosen, or do you feel sort of chosen?
It's hard to know at this point why this happened, if there is a greater purpose.
And if you met these beings again, what would be your reaction?
Well, I think I would be much more controlled if it were to happen again. I would try to resolve some very important questions for me.
Well, what would you want to ask them?
Well, let's start with why.
Why? And did they save your life, I guess, right?
Yes.